Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now, I wasn't intending on doing another Sézane try on video this week because my last video, if you didn't see it, was a try on of the Sézane Spring Collection. I will link it in the cards and in the description box if you haven't seen that video. Thank you so much for all the love on that video, by the way. I do, however, have 5 additional pieces that I didn't include in that video because they weren't really part of the spring or the pre-spring Milano Italian collection. They were released actually before that, and I just haven't gotten around to showing you them. So I wasn't going to show you them at all, and then I thought, hang on a minute, there may be people looking for reviews, try-ons of these particular items. So while I still have them, I may as well film a video with them. The first item I'm going to start with is this Leonor jumper. This really stood out to me when it was released probably about a month ago now. It's a long sleeve jumper. It's a merino wool and organic cotton blend. It does have a little bit of polyamide and elastane in it, so it does have some stretch, but it is predominantly merino wool and organic cotton, and that is my favorite fabric composition. I love the ballet core kind of aesthetic of this, very feminine. I really like it in this ecru, but it does also come in a black if that's more your thing. So I tried this in the size medium, and unfortunately, as much as I tried to make this jumper work on me, it just didn't. It is just too low cut for me, which is funny because I'm wearing the Lydia top at the moment, which I know is too low cut for a lot of people, but for some reason this wrap jumper style I just could not get to work on me. I tried for ages. I tried it actually worn backwards as well because the Sézane website did say that you could wear the V at the front and at the back, and it is a little bit easier to wear this deep V at the back for me, but I did still find even wearing it at the back, it was showing the back of my bra, and then when I was wearing it at the front, it was showing the front of my bra, and I just could not get it. Even though it's a wrap and you can kind of tie it and adjust it yourself, whatever I did, for some reason it just kept on falling open. And I do think that you have to have a certain kind of proportions in terms of your chest size, the broadness of your shoulders, your waist, your height. It has to all come together to make this work. I'm sure this would look amazing on some people, but it just didn't work for me, unfortunately. I don't think sizing down would help either because it is so stretchy. I still do think it would just gape open too much at the front, and it was a real shame because I really liked the look of it. I do think it's quite a flattering cut if you can get it to work for you, and as I said, I love the composition, but unfortunately you can see my frustration in the video. As I was trying this on, I was just trying desperately. I was trying it tying it tighter, I was wrapping it in different ways, I was kind of pulling it as tight as it could, and whatever I did, it just fell back open. So this one will be going straight back, unfortunately, which is a real shame. I did try a second jumper in this video. This is the Lole jumper, I want to say, probably not how you pronounce it, but it is kind of a similar style to the Leontine. It's in this ecru and navy stripe, exactly the same colorway material as the Leontine. This is 100% organic cotton. I got mine in a size medium, which is the usual size I take in the Leontine. This is just slightly different in that the neckline is slightly different, and it has these big silver buttons on both of the shoulders rather than those smaller buttons that come down the middle on the Leontine. It's a slightly different take on a very similar jumper. I did like this. I tried it on. The fit was good. It fit very similar to the medium of the Leontine, so if you have tried that, it's very easy to kind of pick the same size as you do in that jumper. It feels exactly the same texture-wise. I just didn't love these big silver buttons on me. They felt a little bit too big, a little bit too clunky, and I didn't love how they were on both shoulders. I think I would have preferred it if it was asymmetrical, so it was just a one shoulder detail. I think that would have looked a little bit better. I think it looks a little bit weird having the details on both shoulders. You'll have to let me know what you think. It's a nice jumper. You can't go too far wrong with it, really. It being organic cotton, it's a nice fit. It's very easy to wear and style, but yeah, I just wasn't a massive fan of these big clunky buttons. I didn't feel it looked any better when you undid the buttons either. I tried to undo the buttons and I thought that might give it a slightly more slouchy, effortless look, but it just looked a little bit awkward, even more awkward than when they were done up. And they also feel a little bit uncomfortable when you're wearing the jumper because they are quite big. They just kind of feel, you definitely can notice them there. I wouldn't go as far to say it's uncomfortable to wear, but you can definitely feel the buttons there, and I don't know, I just didn't love it. So again, this one will also be being sent back. Now, next up we have the Pokemon of my Sézane collection, apparently, because this is the Clyde trench and I am trying 2 more colours, so I'm definitely trying to catch them all. I have tried, if you haven't seen in some of my previous videos, I originally had the Camel Clyde trench when it first released, and then I ended up kind of feeling like that didn't suit me the best, so I ended up selling that one. I also tried the Ecru a couple of months ago, and I think we were all in agreement that that one wasn't quite right. It was a little bit too light, a little bit too, I don't know, it was a little bit wrinkly. The composition of the Ecru one is slightly different to the Camel, as it has some viscose in it, so it does get a little bit more wrinkly. But I'm still on the hunt to find my perfect version of the Clyde, so I decided to order 2 more colourways when it was restocked a couple of weeks ago in all of the colours. So the only one I'm yet to try is the black, and I don't think I will be trying the black because black is not really a colour I gravitate towards that much, but I wanted to try this light beige one because this is a little bit darker than the Ecru. It's almost if the Camel and the Ecru were combined, you would get this kind of light beige. It's fairly cool toned, it's like a stone colour, and this was actually the colour I was initially searching for in a trench. So I was quite hopeful that this might be the colour for me in the Clyde trench. I like it. So when I first tried it on, I really liked it, and it was kind of what I was looking for, that cool toned, very classic trench colour. It is lovely. This one is also 100% organic cotton, similar to the Camel one. So it doesn't have the viscose in it. So it does feel ever so slightly thicker than the colourways with the viscose, which feel slightly more drapey, slightly thinner. I like it. Again, I don't know if it's the best colour for me, if it washes me out a little bit. Let me know what you think. I did wear this and style this in one of my last videos, which was my video on how to incorporate colour into your wardrobe. Ironically, because it isn't a very colourful piece, but I was styling it with other colourful pieces, and I did actually quite like the way it looked in that video. However, I then decided to try the green one, the khaki one, and this I instantly fell in love with. You'll have to let me know what you think, which is your favourite of the 2, but I do really think that this khaki green is the Clyde trench. For me, I think it suits my colouring the best. I think it pairs the best with the rest of my wardrobe. I do think this slightly darker, slightly more vivid colour compared to the light beige is a lot more flattering on my complexion and my skin tone. And green is one of my 6 colours within my colour scheme in my wardrobe, so I can definitely incorporate it much more easily into many outfits with my existing clothes. So yes, I have tried now 4 of the 5 Clyde trenches. This khaki one does have the viscose in it, like the Ecru one, so it does feel ever so slightly thinner, but I don't mind that too much because I do love the colour so much. But yes, let me know what you think of the 4 that I've tried so far. Which is your favourite? Do you own any of these, and which one do you think suits me the best? I would love to hear your opinions. The Camel, the Ecru, the light beige, or the khaki. And last but not least, I am trying the Dois jeans, or the Dois trousers. Now, these are a fail again. This video is a little bit of a fail, isn't it? But this is realistic. This is what happens most of the time when you try Sézane clothes, especially on a curvier body. So I tried the trousers. I was really hopeful that these might be what I was searching for. I was really after a pair of very classic straight leg blue jeans, fairly rigid, but with a tiny bit of stretch to accommodate my curves. Unfortunately, I ordered these in 2 sizes, the 40 and the 42. The 40 was super tight. These jeans definitely run a little bit small, even though they do have that 1% elastane in them. They feel very rigid and quite tight. So I tried the 42. These, I mean, I can get them on, I can wear them, but they are not a good fit on my body, unfortunately. So if you have similar proportions to me, I just think these jeans are a no-go for us, like most of Sézane's jeans and trousers. They felt too tight in the hips, although I have to say, as I moved around in them and I wore them around the house for probably about 20 minutes, they definitely started to loosen and stretch out a bit in the hips. So I do think they'd be fine in the hips ultimately, but there was just an absolutely huge gap in the waist as expected. And yeah, they're just not made for bodies that have smaller waists and bigger hips and bigger bum, unfortunately. So if you have less curves, then you may have some luck luck with these jeans, and if you're looking for a really classic pair of straight leg jeans, I quite liked the length on me. They were slightly longer than I was anticipating them being. They're more of like a full length when I wear a slight heel, but I still didn't mind that. I think they're quite a nice length, and yeah, if they fit me in the waist and the hips, then I'd definitely be keeping them. But unfortunately, the hunt for a classic pair of blue rigid straight leg jeans continues. I will say, of all of the brands I've tried, jeans for curves, the two brands that do it best, I don't think perfectly, but I think best, are Abercrombie with their Curve Love range, and also Madewell also have a curve range in their jeans. And I've tried a couple of pairs. I haven't quite got the right size yet, so I haven't kept any, because I found that their sizing comes up quite big. So if you are going to try Madewell curve denim, definitely go down a size from your usual size. But hopefully I may be able to order some more, and at some point keep a pair of Madewell denim, because those are some of the best I've found, as well as the Abercrombie. But these Sézane ones, just, they don't work for me. And that is it. As I said, a very short but sweet video today. I hope you still enjoyed it. I will leave all the links to the items that I've mentioned and my sizing information, my measurements, so you can compare with yourself and see which size might be best for you. Let me know what you thought of these items, especially the Clyde trench. Should I keep one of these two colours, or should I give up my hunt for the perfect Clyde trench? Please do like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I would love to have you here. I will also leave some videos on screen for you to watch and enjoy next if you haven't seen my latest SÉZANE spring collection. That's a big bumper video with over 10 items, so you can watch that next if you haven't already. Otherwise, I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!